We're in the third round of the heel horse side. Let's go back to number one. Number one. This is going to be Pekisko Shesa Robin, ridden by Spencer Rutherford and owned by Pekisko Creek Ranch Performance Horses. Again, that 5-year-old mare, one of the 6 mares you're going to see here today. A 162 in the first round, a 163 in the second round. We're just kicking off the third round, friends, if you're just joining us. All right, so it's going to be even across the board from judge number 1, even across the board for a score of 80. Judge number 2, we're tabulating it. It's going to be 0 on the box. It's going to be even in the box and a +1 on the break run and rate, a +1 in the corner and entry, and even in the stop for an 82 for a grand total of 162. 162 minus 2 is going to be 160. Here's the only 4-year-old in the field here today. Juan A Chex, ridden and owned by Keely Bonnet, going back to him Chex. Out of a Dunkin Amigo mare. All right, the only 4-year-old in the field here today, owned by Keely Bonnet, was a 165 in the last round. Keely says he's really strong on the horn. There it be. Built for it too. All right. So judge number 1, it's going to be even through the box, break, run, and rate, and in the corner, and a +1 in the stop for an 81. And judge number 2, it's going to be evens all the way across the board for an 80 for a grand total of 161. 161. Let's go to number 3. Let's go to hip number 3. This is RBar Docs Gun, ridden and owned by Mr. Cody Potts. 5-year-old gelding. 5-year-old gelding going back to play gun. Well, they were a 160 and a 161 in the last 2 rounds. Round number 3. It's going to be a -1 in the box. It's going to be even through the break, run, and rate. A +1 on the corner entry and stop for an 81 for a grand total of 81. Judge number 2 is telling us it's even through the box, break, run, and rate. And a +1 on the corner and entry and a +1 on the stop for an 82 for a grand total of 163. 163. All right, let's go to hip number 4. Hip number 4. Here's Boomen Gun. They call him Badger. The 6-year-old heel horse from the Fawcett family, Matt and Carla Fawcett. All right, father-son team, Caleb and Matt. Let's add to it. All right, judge number 1 is going to be even through the box, break, run, and rate, as well as the corner and entry, a +1 on the stop for an 81. And it's going to be an even through the box and a +1 through the break, run, and rate, even in the corner and entry, and a +1 on the stop for an 82, -2 for a broken barrier. -2 for a broken barrier for a grand total of 161. 161. Matt's just gathering a rope at the other end there. Hip number 5, brought to us by Brian and Patty Gardner of Olds, Alberta. Here's Genny Money 099. They call her Jenny. Ridden by Tara Alfualing. Here's a mare. Goes back to Freckles Murata on the top. Pepinik's Master mare on the bottom. 159 on their first one. 163 on their second one. Let's see what the mare's got. Well, good run, gentlemen. And it's going to be even through the box, a +1 on the break, run, and rate, as well as the entry, even in the stop for an 82. That's from judge number 1. Judge number 2, it's going to be even in the box and a +1 through the break, run, and rate, as well as the corner and entry, with it even on the stop for an 82 for a grand total of 164. 164. Let's go to hip number 6. Hip number 6. Here is Are You Gonna Kiss Me or Not by Buffalo Hills Quarter Horses, ridden today by Mr. Jeff Quam. This is the 5-year-old mare, one of our 6 mares you're going to see here this afternoon. Here's a ranch raised little mare, doing a good job there, Quammer. All right, it's going to be even through the box, break, run, and rate, and in the corner entry, and a +1 on the stop for an 81. And judge number 2, it says it's a +1 in the box, even through the break, run, and rate, as well as the corner and entry, +1 on the stop for an 82, and a grand total of 163. 163 for Are You Gonna Kiss Me or Not and Buffalo Hills Quarter Horses. All right, let's go to number 7. Here's hip number 7. This cat's a Brat, ridden by Cody Potts here today. Owner's going to be Robin Walker from Yellowhead County. Here's a 6-year-old gelding. 164 in both the first and second round. Pair of 164s for hip number 7. Let's watch. All right. Judge number 1, we're going to go even through the box, a +1 on the break, run, and rate, even through the corner and entry, and a +1 on the stop for an 82. An 82. Let's go to judge number 2. It's going to be +1 through the box and break, run, and rate as well, even through the corner and entry, and a +1 on the stop for an 83. Grand total of 165. All right, let's go to number 8. Let's go to hip number 8. This is Crey's Smoken Jet by Keely Bonnet. The 6-year-old gelding you've seen twice already today. We've been talking him up. Was a 166 on the first one. Unfortunately, a no score on the second. Let's watch. Good run, gentlemen. All right, judge number 1 says it's a +1 in the box and even through the break, run, and rate, and a +1 on the corner and entry, even through the stop for an 82. All right, judge number 2. It's going to be even through the box and a +1 on the break, run, and rate, as well as the corner and entry and the stop for an 83. Here's a 165 coming at you. 165 on their third one, and Crey's Smoken Jet number 8 with Keely Bonnet. Hip number 9 is another one brought to us by Pekisko Creek Ranch Performance Horses. SLR Okie Dokie, ridden by Spencer Rutherford here today, that 5-year-old gelding. Was a no score on the first one and a 161 on their second one. Here's a smart Chicolina bred gelding by Gray's Starlight Mare. You bet, gentlemen. Good run. All right, judge number 1 says it's even through the box, break, run, and rate, and corner and entry. +1 on the stop for an 81. 81 from judge number 1. Judge number 2, it's going to be even through the box, break, run, and rate, and +1s through the corner, entry, and stop for an 82, and a grand total of 163. 163. And let's go to hip number 10. We're looking at Positively Crey, ridden by Tyrell Fuellen here this morning. This is a horse from Chad Thompson out of Sundre, Alberta. 5-year-old gelding. Going back to Highbrow Cat and Dual Ray. And it's going to be a no score. A no score. All right, let's go to hip number 11. Hip number 11, we're looking at Z-Bar Lightning McQueen, ridden by Keely Bonnet. Owned by Logan Bonnet. They call him Buzz in the barn. He's a 5-year-old gelding raised by Stan Gates out in the Rimbey country. Here's a horse going back to Checks in My Pocket by Cody Pinecheck's mare. Pair of 163s throughout the field here in the first and second round. All right, well, it might be a leg in the field at a 662. Judge number 1 says it's even through the box, break, run, and rate, and a +1 on the corner and entry, and even on the stop for an 81. 81. Judge number 2 says it's even through the box, break, run, and rate, a +1 on the corner and entry, and even on the stop for an 81 as well. There's a 162. A 162 coming at you. All right, here's number 12. Hip number 12. We're looking at Strawberry, the 6-year-old gelding from the Grahams. Dillon Graham doing the riding. He's the owner as well. Been to some open ropings and some pro rodeos here, Dillon says. Was a 161 and a 163 for the first 2 rounds. And it's going to be a no score. A no score, unfortunately, in round number 3 for Strawberry and Dillon Graham. Let's go to number 13, hip number 13. Here is a Smarties Traveling Star, ridden and owned by Lyndon Roloff. Was a 161. Actually, we're a 163 with that barrier in the last round. Brings them down to a 161. Hip number 13, Smarties Traveling Star. Here's a horse going back to Smart Little Lena on the top, and Pepto Boonsmall mare. A Pepto Boonsmall mare. Bred well. And we're looking at a +1 in the box and even through the break, run, and rate, as well as the corner and entry. A +1 on the stop for a grand total of 82. Judge number 2 says it's a +1 on the box and even through the break, run, and rate, as well as the corner and entry, and a +1 on the stop for an 82. It's going to be a 164. A 164 is the score. All right, friends, we're looking at number 14. This is Tyrell Gordon, and I'll trade you. 6-year-old gelding, you bet. was a 161 and a 164 in the last 2 rounds. Here in round number 3, we're looking at a +1 through the box and the break, run, and rate, even in the corner and entry, and a +1 on the stop for an 83. 83 from judge number 1. Judge number 2, we're looking at a +1 for the box and break, run, and rate, even through the corner and entry and stop for an 82 for a grand total of 165. 165. You're improving throughout the morning there. Good job, Tyrell. Let's go to number 15. Number 15, this is Hickies for Cash. Hickies for Cash, going to be a 5-year-old gelding, ridden by Dillon Graham here today. We're a pair of 160s throughout the first 2 rounds. Here's a gelding going back to special effort on the top, and Lena's Talks Cash on the bottom. Special effort on the top. Number 15, Hickies for Cash. There it be, a 692 in the field. And we're looking at even through the box, even through the break, run, and rate, +1s on the corner, entry, and stop for an 82. That's from judge number 1. Judge number 2, we're looking at a +1 in the box and even through the break, run, and rate, and corner entry as well. +1 on the stop for an 82 and a 164. 164 for number 15 and Hickies for Cash.